everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. You need your brush? No. After this. Modern calligraphy's definition is anything that is not traditional calligraphy. What does that actually mean? And unfortunately, nobody can really decide what that means. So I'm going to give you what my definition is. My definition of modern calligraphy is anything that is not traditional calligraphy, but what is traditional calligraphy? You know it when you see it. It's those beautiful letters and the flourishes. Modern calligraphy is anything outside of that. The tools you use, you don't have to be tied into this traditional box with modern calligraphy. So today, I'm going to walk you through some basic terminology on modern calligraphy. I'm going to give you some of my tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. And lastly, I'm going to give you a practical way to practice how to do modern calligraphy. So first off, let's start with some basic terminology. These are my visuals, bear with me. So letters are made up of downstrokes and upstrokes, so you can see where the arrows are pointing. And calligraphy is really signified by a thick downstroke and a thin upstroke, or a bold downstroke, light upstroke, however you want to say it. And I'm by no means an expert in calligraphy by any means or stretch of the imagination, but I've been really interested in it for the past few years. I've taken a few classes, and I want to share with you guys some of the things I wish I knew at the very beginning when I was just diving in. So first off, go slow. These videos you see on YouTube and Instagram where everything is beautifully written and quick, those are often sped up by several times, so it's very deceiving to beginners. And you really, the end product is what matters. So take the time and take as much time as you need to get to the end product of what you love about that handwriting. Secondly, this was probably the biggest epiphany I had. Pick up your utensil, whatever you're using, a pen, a marker, a brush, whatever that is, pick it up. You do not have to have this fluid motion, and in fact, sometimes it's hard to get your hand to go from that thick downstroke to that thin upstroke, and you just have to pick something, you have to pick up to do that in order to do that. Of course, you don't want to see the starts and stops when you're doing your writing, so you'll practice that, but give yourself permission to pick up your utensil. Lastly, move your paper. So typically, I was seeing these beautiful handwritings. They have this great slant. I was like, how do these people get this? I'm trying to figure it out and move my hand, and then somebody said, move your paper. And it was like, duh. So now you'll often see me writing at a 45-degree angle so I can achieve the slant that I want on my lettering. So those are some of my favorite tips that I wish as I was getting started that I had known about. And now I'm going to show you guys some tools of the trade. And that's really where I think the beauty lies in modern calligraphy is you can use whatever the heck you want for modern calligraphy. So I think we're typically, you guys are probably used to seeing a traditional dip pen. This is the one where you dip it in and you do the writing. So you can use this in modern calligraphy as well. But one of my favorites is actually a pencil. And yes, I know it's not a mechanical pencil, but you can use a mechanical pencil as well. And this is a great tool because it allows you to practice forming your letters as well as that bold downstroke and that light upstroke. So it helps you with the muscle movement. And at the end of the day, you can erase it if you want, if you don't like it. Another great one is your regular old marker. This is from my child's collection. So this is a good one because it has that thick side so that you can do that bold downstroke, but you can also do that thin upstroke with the pointy end. And this is where picking up your utensil matters. It is really hard to get from here to here in a fluid motion when you're trying to write. So I typically am writing, picking my hand up, getting the pointy end, and doing that thin upstroke. But one of my favorites is a fine point Sharpie. It has really good coloring, it's consistent, and it's really what is going to help you with what I'm going to show you guys next, which is faux calligraphy. Fake calligraphy, that's all it is. And so when you're doing faux calligraphy, the point is you're faking the downstroke. So I'm going to demonstrate for you guys so that you guys can take this along with you. So here we have, you can do this on any cursive writing, really any writing that you'd like. So the point is you need a thick downstroke and you need a thin upstroke. To achieve a thick downstroke, you're faking it. And you do that by anywhere there's a downstroke, you are going to draw a line. So for downstroke, downstroke, and you're going to thin it out whenever it meets the upstroke. Okay, now my best work. So you could leave it like that. That's a design element, and it can go on either side. But to really achieve the thick downstroke, you have to fill it in. Couple real quick. Oh, that's a bad noise. So it achieves that thick downstroke, and you would leave those thin upstrokes alone. And that's it. That's as simple as it is. And that's what I wanted to come and talk about today, is that calligraphy can be accessible. You can use tools that you have around the house at your desk. It's easy. You just have to practice. So these are the tips that I want to leave you with. Go slow. Pick up your utensil. Move your paper. Practice your thick downstroke and your thin upstroke. And lastly, practice makes progress. Thank you.